batting out of the crease. Short bat lift again, but I just thought that just a good snorter by Nuwan Tushara. Good length, wicket-taking length. We've seen him over the years doing that. Franchise cricket, international cricket. And he's surprised. Got a good one to be dismissed, gone for without scoring. Bangladesh 5 for 1.
And a series win for India.
Try and stop me.
हमारी Women in Blue ने T20 सीरीज जीतकर रच दिया है इतिहास और अब बारी है ODIs में अपना झंडा गाड़ने की। देखिए इंग्लैंड वर्सेस इंडिया वुमेन्स फर्स्ट ODI बुधवार 16 जुलाई शाम 5:30 बजे से लाइव सोनी स्पोर्ट्स नेटवर्क और सोनी लिव पर। इंग्लैंड वर्सेस इंडिया फोर्थ टेस्ट 23 जुलाई दोपहर 2:30 बजे से सोनी स्पोर्ट्स के टीवी चैनल्स पर।
Bangladesh's captain Liton Kumar Das. He's at the non-striker's end. Have to wait his turn. It'll come soon. Binro Fernando's got the ball in hand and he's going to be bowling to the left-handed. Tanzir Hassan Tamim. Been wonderful journey for Binro Fernando. Plagued with injuries and just not able to stay on the park. Finally found a remedy, and since then he's been brilliant.
অতিরিক্ত সময় নির্দেশনা রেফারির কাছ থেকে। বন্যা, পূজা অনেকখানি উপরে উঠে এসেছেন। সাগরিকা, তিনি কি অফসাইড চ্যাপটা ভাঙতে পারলেন কিনা? না, অফসাইডে কাটা পড়লেন সাগরিকা।
আরো একটা ভালো সুযোগ সাগরিকার সামনে, ডাবল করার একটা সুযোগ চলে এসেছিল তার আগে অবশ্য। এক্স্যাক্টলি, একেবারে ক্লিয়ার অফসাইড ঠিক এই প্রান্ত থেকে, এবং অফসাইডের ট্র্যাপে পড়লেন সাগরিকা।
for 2.
Sony Sports Network presents Football का blockbuster season.
Look at the celebration.
Northeast United have been crowned champions. Sony Sports Network.
Yeah, both these batters, they are batting sensibly. Last 3 overs, they gathered 29 runs. That's good going. And the reason for that, they haven't been eating up too many deliveries. If boundary ball wasn't available, they were looking to rotate the strikes, relying on the singles. Power play is done. And more protection for the ballers available now.
Yeah, it's been a good power play for Sri Lanka. They started off well. Bangladesh, of course, came out with a lot of hope. This is Nuwan Tushara going full and into the block hole. Binro Fernando just back of a length. Outstanding catch by Kusal Pereira. And then the Bangladeshi batters look to try and take the Sri Lankan bowling on. That's a very good shot by Litun Das. Previously, Dasun Shanaka was charged and hit over the top by Ridoy. The both batters have hit sixers. Ridoy striking at 170. Litun Das had to take his time. Just over 100, but this is a critical partnership. 33 of 25. At the current rate, I don't think they're even looking at the current rate. It's a really good surface to bat on. Raslanal thought it was a very good surface. So Bangladesh should be looking to at least go target that 160 to 170 score here.
Yeah, usually at this venue, you get true pitches. You can trust the pace and the bounce. Not a lot of turn we have seen so far. Ball is coming onto the bat quite nicely. It's all about structuring your innings in a proper way. You have to be honest as a batsman with yourself. Say, okay, I haven't got the ability to go after this bowler. Who is the go-to bowler? You have to pick that to be able to maintain a good run rate.
So far it's been a very good over. Just a single and 3 dots, pulling it back a lot, Mahesh Deekshan. He does it brilliantly. He comes in and creates this pressure and invariably just makes the batter look to do something different. And that's the opportunity he's looking to create. 2 more deliveries in the over. And only a single. He needs to finish well. 2 singles of the first 5 balls.
Yeah, but talking about Tauhid Ridoy, when he's forced to play dot deliveries, he gives you a feeling that something is going to give. He played that ball in the air. Just lucky it was away from the fielder. What's coming? What is coming? A very good over from Dikshana. It's 42 for 2.
सोनी स्पोर्ट्स के टीवी चैनल्स पर हमारी नई टीम इंडिया।
तूने किए क्या क्या जुल्म, तुझको भी ना छोड़ेंगे हम कसम।
कसम से इस बार ग्राउंड उनका होगा, लेकिन जीत हमारी होगी।
इंग्लैंड वर्सेस इंडिया 4th टेस्ट 23 जुलाई दोपहर 2:30 बजे से सोनी स्पोर्ट्स के टीवी चैनल्स पर।
42 for 2. Bangladesh have played 17 dots. Not many 4s and 6ers as yet. But Jeffrey Van Der Say, I like this move. Very important that you go for wickets in the middle overs, and this is one man who can do that. Excellent record. Under 8 runs, which is good bowling in the middle overs, going for wickets. Very unfortunate, Amir, that he has not been able to find a place in the Sri Lanka, a regular place, I must say, in the Sri Lankan 11.
And I'm with you. But whenever he's given an opportunity, he proves himself. And this is very important passage of the play for Bangladesh team. If they can endure this passage, they have a good chance to put decent total on the board.
Jeffrey Van der Say is a wicket taker. Now, Litun Das is a player who struggled a bit against leg spin, so this should be a good contest. This is a look at how he was dismissed. This was Vanidu Hasaranga.
Yeah, he's not reading the wrong ones. And this was against Van der Say. Both the occasion, he was deceived with the wrong arm. Has to watch the ball coming out of the hand. A decent start for the leg spinner.
I think it's a critical phase of the game. It's a very critical phase of the game because you look at the middle overs always, whether you're a batting side or a bowling side. This is where you try and play safe up to about the 12th over as a batting side, but maintain a momentum. Just can't afford to be playing only singles.
I'm with you. It's a very pertinent point you have raised. You know, this is the phase where batting sides, they want to up the ante. Yeah, he had his struggles against the spinners, Litun Das. Yeah, to have Van der Say bowling in this situation and with Litun Das batting for Bangladesh can be a good contest.
What Sri Lanka has done well is kept Bangladesh at 6 runs and over going into the 8th. Last ball, beautifully bowled, and this is in the gap. In fact, it falls well short of the fielder. They wanted a second. For a moment I thought it split the gap. He didn't. Only a single. 6 runs off that over. A fine over by Van der Say. 48 for 2.
Sony Sports Network presents Cricket का blockbuster season.
टेस्ट क्रिकेट का नशा सब जम के देगा। एशिया में बात जब क्रिकेट की हो तो बात सम्मान की होती है।
After a stuttering start, a little bit of recovery by Bangladesh here through this partnership worth 41 of 36. Crowds have come in here in numbers, seeing their team do well early on. The music is blaring and they're really enjoying the evening here. Bobis Maruf, good evening.
Good evening, Shamim. Good evening, everyone. Not disappointed when it comes to the crowds. Always they come in numbers, especially the grass banks gets filled up. And since Dambulla is located central Sri Lanka, people from all over flocking, Shamim. The last few times we were over here in the last year covering the T20 games, not a single seat was available. Good to see, definitely in Dambulla, one of the, personally, my favorite stadium in Sri Lanka.
Look at the crowd have come in numbers, almost a full house already. Imagine at least 16, 17,000 people in the ground. Now you need a bit of innovation, and that's exactly what he's done. Using the angle, helping the ball on its way. And first boundary, an over boundary after 16 balls. Bangladesh desperately need many of those.
That brings up the 50 as well for Bangladesh. Smart choice. Piling in the circle, back on the length by Dasun Chanaka. Nothing wrong with the delivery, it was over the stump. But this went against the wind. A 69-meter hit. Well timed, well placed. Litwan Kumar Das and Ridoy have built a partnership of 48 and 38. This is where I thought, Shamim, in the last game, the middle overs, Bangladesh side did not show much intent. This is, I reckon, these two right-handers probably in this game got to get it right.
Trying to ram that one, very lucky. Look at the expression in Kusal Mendes' face. Could have got a little feather to that one. Yeah, just the point you're making. You know, they started off with a bang in the first game, 54 in the power play. They lost 2 wickets today very early and not enough runs on the board. So these two had to make a statement. They're doing it at the moment.
Kusal Mendis was surprised with the pace and bounce which was generated from this pitch. Not too sure whether it was a slow ball bounce or a quicker delivery, but certainly zipped through and surprised Liton Kumar Das. Again, short. Probably Dasun Shanaka saw Liton Kumar Das coming down the track. And this is the game plan for Dasun Shanaka, since the leg side that is against the wind. So try and get the batsman to play it against the wind rather than with the wind to the offside.
And both these batters are looking to get a move on. And understandably so. Run rate around 6.46. Never going to be enough. Need to up the ante. You've got to put the pressure back on the bowlers. Take a few chances. Anyone can do it. This guy in picture. Just pitching it up a little. Flick of the wrist gets him a run, and the 50 partnership comes up.
In decent time, 41 deliveries. Recovery pace going on at the moment. Russell Arnold at the pitch report said 180, 185, which he feels is a pass score. Generally, historically, is about 165. I think for Bangladesh to give a good fight to the strong batting lineup of Sri Lanka, a 160 is a must.
And to do that, they've got to do this kind of thing often enough. Another single to finish a 10-run over, 58 for 2.
सोनी स्पोर्ट्स के टीवी चैनल्स पर हमारी नई टीम इंडिया।
तूने किए क्या क्या जुल्म, तुझको भी ना छोड़ेंगे हम, कसम।
कसम से इस बार ग्राउंड उनका होगा, लेकिन जीत हमारी होगी।
इंग्लैंड वर्सेस इंडिया 4th टेस्ट 23 जुलाई दोपहर 2:30 बजे से सोनी स्पोर्ट्स के टीवी चैनल्स पर।
Fruitful 51-run partnership in 42 balls between Tawhid Rida and Liton Kumar Das really redeemed Bangladesh somewhat after a disastrous start when they lost 2 wickets, 2 overs just for 7 runs. Goes back, makes room, is ready to play that ball, maybe a little backward of point, maybe got it a little too early in the process, just the single.
And trying to open up the offside, Liton Kumar Das, probably over extra cover the areas, but we have to be mindful that's against the wind. On the other hand, to the leg side, it's with the wind, but you're taking massive risk.
Despite the ball being a little too close to cut, does manage to get away with a bat on that. Good thing they're doing is the rotation of strike.
95 kilometers per hour the last delivery, previous 187. Shift breeze, that's usually in double or something that this touring size take a little while to get used to.
No, there was an opportunity missed. He enticed Liton to have a go at that one, lost his balance, given as a wide. But tell you what, could have done better, Kusal.
Vanderse saw Liton Kumar Das coming down the track. Ball is way outside the off stump. Got to be said, Kusal Mendis could have done much better.
Yes, indeed, and alive, that's for sure. Liton Das sweeps. There is cover in the deep. Not really being able to get the big runs going. Vanderse has been exemplary into his second over, just the 10 runs. Opportunity for a stumping will make the think tank pretty happy.
Upul Chandana keeping all the notes. He's very happy, and I think the field in progress in the last year or so has been excellent. That's a good shot in the gap. Nice Tikshana. He's just a mere spectator. A very good hit. One bounce to the boundary by Tawhid Rida.
Excellent shot, and that's what Bangladesh need. All smattering of Bangladesh supporters. Look at it. Into position. The slog sweep employed very nicely, very accurately from the meaty part of the bat, and off it went.
Option was right. With the wind, the ball is still not turning much. Why not take that risk as a settle better? Very, very good shot by BICITRO.COM.
Backs away. That's a good stop there at backward point. Throwing himself on that.
Kusal Perera, he's having a field day in the field. Took a good catch. And this was a stumping chance of Kusal. Mendes and Pul Chandra back in the nose, and Darshan Gamage. Probably letting the viewers know this is how we should have done. Could be a couple of runs easy. Dasun Shanaka does the mocking up from a super cover. At the halfway mark, Bangladesh 69 for 2.
One last drive at home. It's going to be a war.
Max Holloway! If it's a war he wants, it's a war he's gonna get.
Watch UFC 318 Sunday 20th July 5:30 AM live on Sony Sports Network and Sony Live.
It'll gladden the heart of Bangladesh supporters. The feel that the start was really disappointing. They were under extreme pressure. The run rate keeps on increasing. These two keep on getting a little comfortable in the middle and open the array of shots that's required. Chamika Karunaratne, 24 wickets in his 44th match.
And making a comeback to the T20 side, Chamika bowled this one over, the first over in the last game. And he'll be up against two players who are batting well. Hridoy on 29, Litton on 33. They've got to be mindful. What are the areas that these two batters will be targeting? And the win factor. This is where his skill set and the tactics will be tested.
Oh, he just waits and waits on that one. And does manage to guide it to third man. For the right-handed batters, both right-handed batters, the wind is coming from mid-wicket across to the covers. So one area that Litton Das and BICITRO might be trying to target is go over the covers with the wind. Only two within the circle on the offside, or maybe an inside-out shot.
Definitely Litton Das. That's his favourite shot. Over extra cover, over long off. The length has to be just there. On bounce, Avishka Fernando. For a moment he thought he can sprint in and take that catch, and I thought sensible move, but not committing himself to go for the catch. And in the end he saved 3 runs there.
Absolutely, I think you've got to make that decision whether to go for the catch. It can tend to be risky. You might drop it, it might go for 4, taking the better option of saving the runs. Once again, oh, look at that crowd. Chock-a-block, to say the least. Lovely breeze blowing here. Lovely evening. Trigger movement allowed the bowler to just adjust the length on that. BICITRO making that forward press, showing the intent, and immediately Jamaica did well to pull it back.
Sometimes as an individual, making a comeback into a side after a while, like to perform from the word go. But if the situation of the game is not there to attack, but try and contain runs, this is where you've got to be much more responsible as a bowler to know the areas batsman does target. This is excellent. That's a third slower delivery in this over. Ball into his field and making sure that he's making the batsman think twice, using all his experience, Chamika.
Well, that's possibly the fastest he's bowled. Really been on the slow side, but the accuracy has been good. The height, despite the fact Litton Das was saying, was it over the head? No, it was perfect. Perfect height. Troubled the batter.
Well done, Ravindra Vimarasiri, ex-square leg. That was perfect. Litton Das couldn't believe it.
Ah, that's innovation. And that's going to drop on bounce. They're doing very well. Going across, cutting it off. Just the 2 runs. Good fielding in the deep.
They're playing the field well. Litton Das finally was in the circle. Did the same when Dasun Chanaka was bowling, went inside the line, scooped it over. For this occasion, probably lack of pace off the pitch. Did not get the pace, and Jeffrey Vanderset did really well. Sprinting across from square leg, saves a couple of runs for Sri Lanka.
Every run so crucial with the Bangladeshis now. Trying to up the ante. Backs away, past the diving fielder. Did he get a bit of hand to that one? Yeah, I think just enough to stop that race to the boundary. Another 2 runs to finish over number 11, 76 for 2.
सोनी स्पोर्ट्स के टीवी चैनल्स पर हमारी नई टीम इंडिया।
तूने किए क्या क्या जुल्म, तुझको भी ना छोड़ेंगे हम, कसम।
कसम से इस बार ग्राउंड उनका होगा, लेकिन जीत हमारी होगी।
इंग्लैंड वर्सेस इंडिया 4th टेस्ट 23 जुलाई दोपहर 2:30 बजे से सोनी स्पोर्ट्स के टीवी चैनल्स पर।
After winning the toss, deciding to bowl, and they immediately got amongst the wickets. Guantasara, Binura Fernando sharing the first 2 wickets, but after that, in a little positive response from Adrida and Liton Kumar Dash, it's frustrating the bowlers. The partnership worth 69 of 55 balls. Our scene here in Sri Lanka, Krishnachura we call them back home. Oh, edged and got him. Slow ball enticed him into trying to play that shot, got the outside edge, and another good catch taken.
Kusal Perera took the first catch of Tanzit, short third man. That's the left hander, that's the other end. This occasion is South Vidoy. Same area, the short third man. This is much slower. That was a slower ball to start by Bindra, just 110 kilometers per hour. Gets in a top edge more than outside edge. Diving forward, Kusal Perera. He's having a field day with some good catches. Sometimes you may lose it in the lights. Looked quite easy. I'll tell you, it's never easy when it comes off the lights. Gone for 31, Ridoy. Under this 76 for 3.
And a series win for India.
Try and stop me.
हमारी Women in Blue ने T20 सीरीज जीतकर रच दिया है इतिहास, और अब बारी है ODIs में अपना झंडा गाड़ने की। देखिए इंग्लैंड वर्सेस इंडिया वुमेन्स फर्स्ट ODI बुधवार 16 जुलाई शाम 5:30 बजे से लाइव सोनी स्पोर्ट्स नेटवर्क और सोनी लिव पर।
Mediasan Miraj comes in. The partnership of 69 broken. Are his figures, 406 runs. Now he's got to play a gem of innings if his team are going to reach a substantial target. But to show all the resilience and the temperament. Whoa, that's half-hearted. Maybe thankfully it was half-hearted that it didn't go and reach the fielder. It's off the mark though.
ODI captain is joined with the T20 captain. Mediasan Miraj is here because Tawid Ridoy gets a top edge. Believe it was bouncing, it was turning a little bit. Probably wanted to go through cow point area. Easy catch. Took a good one to dismiss Tanzit. Just on Mediasan Miraj played an important role of 29 of 23. A similar sort of a knock needed for Bangladesh. Get to a score which we feel is a pass score almost of 160, 165.
Game. I think the Sri Lankan bowlers have employed that slower bouncer so very well. Deceived the batters with their pace, deceived them with the length of the balls.
Almost mastered it, isn't it? And never disappoints the crowd in Nabulla. They're everywhere. Excellent. Beat cricket, scream cricket, they love cricket.
They do, and they're enjoying the performance of their team in the middle, having a control over the Bangladeshis, not allowing them to take the ascendancy, always keeping a tight leash on things. Gain innovation. Now, goodbye. That is so simple. He tried to swivel round, trying to improvise. All he could do is get a bit of bat and even slower deliveries, the slowest of the lot, and he perishes.
If he asks me if his option was right, probably I'll say yes. But that's for the feel. And I thought Miraj saw the slow ball was coming. And once a bowler bowls it really slow, it takes even more effort to get it over fine leg. That's why it surprised me, the choice of stroke of Miraj. Vinder Fernando, he picks up his third wicket. Nuwan Tushara takes a dolly. Miraj, he's gone for one. Bangladesh in trouble. 78 for 4.
सोनी स्पोर्ट्स के टीवी चैनल्स पर हमारी नई टीम इंडिया।
तूने किए क्या क्या जुल्म, तुझको भी ना छोड़ेंगे हम कसम।
कसम से इस बार ग्राउंड उनका होगा, लेकिन जीत हमारी होगी।
इंग्लैंड वर्सेस इंडिया 4th टेस्ट 23 जुलाई दोपहर 2:30 बजे से सोनी स्पोर्ट्स के टीवी चैनल्स पर।
Two wickets in the over has really pegged Bangladesh back. They're looking to regroup and put a substantial total on the board, but here is Shamim Hussain, 364 runs, 150 so far. And a little tuck away, get a run.
Shamim Hussain, he can hit the long ball. Getting used to the conditions is his primary at the moment. Miraj trying to scoop it over fine leg. Absolutely no pace at all to work with. 2 wickets in the over, ball into his feet, knowing his strength. That's the best part about Vinder Fernando. Though he's 6 foot but 5, probably get bounced, but he understands pace is not all about in bowling with the older ball. In Sri Lanka, you mix the pace, especially the length in the middle. Slow ball bounces, gets you wicket. And he's sticking to his plan, and so far has worked really well for him.
Just getting a run to finish that double wicket over. Bangladesh in between a rock and a hard place at the moment at 80 for 4.
सोनी स्पोर्ट्स के टीवी चैनल्स पर हमारी नई टीम इंडिया।
तूने किए क्या क्या जुल्म, तुझको भी ना छोड़ेंगे हम कसम।
कसम से इस बार ग्राउंड उनका होगा, लेकिन जीत हमारी होगी।
इंग्लैंड वर्सेस इंडिया 4th टेस्ट 23 जुलाई दोपहर 2:30 बजे से सोनी स्पोर्ट्स के टीवी चैनल्स पर।
80 for 4 Bangladesh. The wickets have started to fall because they need a giddy up. Get themselves a giddy up. A few chances need to be taken, and Sri Lanka bowling well. The fielding even better, Roshan. That's the reason they're able to control this Bangladeshi batting and not let the pressure go.
Kachamika Karnaratne just had 1 over in that first game. He opened the bowling, but he's playing a different role here. But yeah, Russell, talking about what you said, they definitely need a giddy up, and Litton Das will be the man who will have to provide it. They certainly need to move from here with just 8 overs to go.
Look, Litton can't do it alone. That's where one of the others have to step up. What they actually or probably need is Litton to go deep. But maybe Shamim, Patwari, ideally, because you'd like this partnership to go on as a Bangladeshi fan. Needs to get you 25 off 10. Maybe something like that to get that oomph, because 8 overs remaining. Oh, lovely. That's what I'm talking about. Get them into gaps, get them going. First boundary after 15 balls have been hard to come by.
Played it late and played it well. Shamim, yeah, as you said, shots like this will be very useful, and also they need 1 or 2 big overs. They'll be fine up to about the 12th over where they'll play it carefully. But I think Bangladesh has fallen behind at this stage.
First T20, 87 after 12 overs. Ended up at 154, which was not enough. Which was way short. Now here, 80 for 4 after 12, so they haven't even got to that number. 2 wickets that they lost in the power play was a telling blow. Good partnership of 69, and just as they were starting to motor along, Sri Lanka go bang bang. Well, this game can change very quickly. 165 is past score, but that I feel might not be enough to defend. The wickets, Roshan.
Yeah, some very good bowling at the top by Sri Lanka. Started with Nuwan Tushara, full and straight, hitting that leg stump. Binra Fernando, very different, back of a length into the pitch, a bit of pace and bounce as well. And that time pays off. 2 good catches by Kusal Pereira. And then this is again lack of pace. That's his strength. That's what he goes to, Binra. And he's been very good so far. 3 for 17 in 3 overs.
Ragama Rambo. His best figures in T20 International for Rambo. He's been eyeing that area of the ground, Litton, but timing's not been there. Trying to hit with the wind, it just flies. Sri Lanka seems to have that awareness, and the ends he's using his bowlers spot on.
I must say that Sri Lanka has captained the side very well. This is a look at Binra's returns. See, more than getting wickets, see, what he does well is that he creates that pressure with his economy.
That in the gap, he's hit it well. He's timed it beautifully. So has Avishka Fernando. Just unfortunate. Well, they got 11 off the 13th, 91 for 4.
And a series win for India.
Try and stop me.
हमारी Women in Blue ने T20 सीरीज जीतकर रच दिया है इतिहास, और अब बारी है ODIs में अपना झंडा गाड़ने की। देखिए इंग्लैंड वर्सेस इंडिया वुमेन्स फर्स्ट ODI बुधवार 16 जुलाई शाम 5:30 बजे से लाइव सोनी स्पोर्ट्स नेटवर्क और सोनी लिव पर।
Big 7 overs for Bangladesh. They want to get a good score simply to keep the series alive. They haven't beaten Sri Lanka in a T20 series ever. Then an over, 161, 11-12. You do need those 2 overs that you were referring to. They got to come now. Trying to say. Lovely shot. That is a wonderful shot. He knew extra cover was there, hit the top of his head. No one behind for Litton Das. Litton Das, well, this is his highest score against Sri Lanka in T20s.
And that was a poor delivery from Mandase to start with. That was a drag down. So when you have that big gap on the offside, that was asking. And beautifully put away by Litton.
Either side, probably point or the sweeper or long off might have got to it. But when you hit the top of the head, there's definitely the biggest gap that you can find behind him. That's why it was so good. He's looked very calm, Litton, under pressure. As captain, having to perform. Had a linear. Paced his innings well. Was missed on 37 by Kusal Mendes, a stumping opportunity. On 30, correction. Oh, slight knock on, and they come back for 2.
They're turning out to be a good over, and Bangladesh are in search of that one big over to get that momentum going. Just need that over. Just need to try and get to a good position that they can get into the last 5 overs and look to launch.
Yes, 7 off 3. This over, last over was 11. So if they can get another boundary this over, they will get to where they want to be. Chanaka in the deep. 100 up for Bangladesh in the 14th over. You still take that. 9 off 4. Bangladesh is starting to move.
There's some urgency shown here. 22 of 12, which is a good rate of scoring for Bangladesh, but they still got a lot of work left in this innings. Van der Sar generally a wicket taker. He's been leaking a bit of runs here.
Oh, a dot. You can't afford this.
I think Bangladesh have got 9 runs in the over. So they understand the importance of this pair batting a little bit deeper. So get to the 15th over and then look to launch. So they got 1 more over to do that.
10 runs off the Van der Sar over. 101 for 4 Bangladesh.
अगर ऐसे डांस करते रहे तो बहुत जल्द हम तीनों का पैकअप हो जाएगा आप ही बैठोगे आप
सुपर डांसर 19 जुलाई से रात 8 बजे सोनी एंटरटेनमेंट टेलीविजन और सोनी लिव पर।
Patwari, I think the key is in his hands. Decision has to be made. Because they're so far behind, Roshan, I would think it's got to be now. Usually, last 5 overs, I would agree. 10 and over, 160. Well, that's something to bowl at. Tikshana's back into the attack. 2 overs for 8 runs. They really haven't picked the mystery spin or the wrist spin of Van der Sar.
Well, if you're looking to take Tikshana on, I think that's a risk because Tikshana is so good with his variety and he's now bowling it a little bit quicker than usual.
Roshan, I think that was the maiden who was bowled over.
By Tikshana, you mean?
Tikshana's maiden over. Will you get to know Chanaka? Chanaka, Karnaratna in the deep, very quick. Yep, that's the maiden who was bowled over.
Yes, that is Mrs. Tikshana. You're right.
Bangladesh cannot afford to concede maiden overs right now.
I think you should be happy with this maiden. Tikshana.
Only the short fine leg as a fielder in the circle on the leg side. Field well set. This is what Tikshana does. It's not about building dots for him. It's about bowling to his field and minimizing the boundaries or the big shots. Third over for him, just 11 runs. You can't allow that to happen. You've already allowed Nuwan Tushara 2 overs for 7. Binra Fernando 3 overs for 17. Where are those extra runs going to come from? You've got to take someone on. Down the ground, the wind will carry it over. It does. He didn't get all of it, but he gets a 6, gets himself to a half century, his 12th in T20 internationals for Liton Das. First 15 T20 internationals after 13 innings for Liton Das.
Well, it's first versus Sri Lanka. It's been a long time waiting. But a very, very important innings in the context of the game.
Well, there you go, the pressure. Suddenly, Tikshana trying to make the adjustment.
That's a result of this shot. He was bowling his usual length, bowling it full, and Liton Das was very good. And then Tikshana immediately looking to make the adjustment, looking to do something different.
Really good, really good. Rate 7.5. Got to think at least 170. Give our bowlers a chance. Maybe if we field well, we get a couple of early wickets and we are amongst it. 13 and over, 179. Well, Shamim usually shows up at our parties. Can he show up here? Lovely shot. Well done, Van der Sar. This is good cricket all round. Superb shot from Shamim and even better from Van der Sar. 115 for 4.
One last drive at home. It's going to be a war.
The most expensive over of the innings so far. Well, we won't have another look at it because I think Jeffrey Van der Sar has done so well. 15 bowled, 115 for 4.
अगर ऐसे डांस करते रहे तो बहुत जल्द हम तीनों का पैकेज हो जाएगा. आप ही बैठोगे यहाँ.
सुपर डांसर 19 जुलाई से रात 8 बजे सोनी एंटरटेनमेंट टेलीविजन और सोनी लिव पर.
It's partnership 37 of 21. Litton Das striking at about 138. He's paced it well so far, you'd say, with the wickets falling around him. Well, big 5 overs. Jeffrey Van der Sar, his last over. Now it's hard to clear the boundary on that side of the field. This is Litton Das.
Outstanding knock, started off slowly, but that 6 really set the tone. Went after Charmika. And even Van der Sar, when he dropped it short, he was onto it quickly. Excellent innings by the captain. He's leading the way, showing the way for the Bangladesh batters.
And only 1 6 and 3 4s. He's rotated the strike so nicely.
Russell, when you look back since 2024, in I think 29 innings or thereabout, Bangladesh in the last 4 overs have been going at little over 9 runs an over. Say about 38 in 4. So if they finish at say 120 or 125 at the end of this over, they maintain that average, they could get to 160 plus and they'll still take it.
It's really good bowling. Keep talking about the wind. He's bowling short outside off stump to the right-hander. He's hitting into the wind is hard and dragging it from that wide to the leg side is a risk. He bowls a lot straighter to the left hand. Look, even outside leg stump. That is getting them to hit to the... Oh, just got distracted, Roshan. Pineapple, juicy. Well, what was I saying? Well, this is in the air. Tikshana underneath it. Tikshana drops it. He's made a mess of it. Maybe he was looking at the pineapple as well.
Well, I can tell you he was not looking at the ball. I don't know where he was looking because he never got underneath it. Never settled underneath it. He's generally a very safe fielder. Well, she knows it. She understands it.
Well, I thought he had it under control. The way he attacked that ball. Now that is a big miss because Litton Das is just about to break free. He'll get that in the gap. Another couple, I'm sure. Fielding's been so good, but not on this occasion.
Yeah, just completely misjudged it. Just overran it, I thought, for a moment. Ran forward, didn't settle underneath it. Had to make the adjustment.
Last ball of his spell. He's gone for 34 wicketless today, Van der Sar. Could have easily had a wicket though in this over. Oh, he's been put into the stands. That's Litton Das for you. This is the Litton Das we all know and love. 50 off 27 the partnership as Bangladesh in the 16th over on 128 for 4.
ऐसे डांस करते रहे तो बहुत जल्द हम तीनों का पैकेज हो जाएगा, आप ही बैठोगे आप।
सुपर डांसर 19 जुलाई से रात 8 बजे सोनी एंटरटेनमेंट टेलीविजन और सोनी लिव पर।
Started with a struggle, couple of wickets, then that big partnership between Rida and Liton, couple of wickets again, and Shamim and Liton now building up a partnership of 50 of 27. This is the sixth in the last ball of the previous over. The slot sweep employed. He just had a life and he took full advantage of that drop catch into the crowd.
Yeah, he's playing a good hand. He's been given a life. And at the toss, he suggested 180 should be a good total. And if he stays there and keep on batting the way he is, there is a chance.
Well, Liton Kumar Das has been leading a charmed life, I should say. Opportunity missed by the keeper of a stumping. Wide delivery, that one. Iksana not judging the trajectory of the ball. Following the batter, just made that initial movement, Shamim Hussain, to the onside, spotted by the bowler. This is the time that Bangladesh have got to throw caution to the wind. Got to really speed it up.
Yeah, and he's got the reputation and he's got the record that from 17 to the 20th over in T20 cricket, he goes at the rate of 153. So if he's allowed to do that, there is a very good chance that the Bangladesh will end up with a good total on the board.
Oh, now that clever bowling continues. The slow deliveries have been used so very nicely right through this innings by the Sri Lankans.
Yeah, he's a T20 specialist. Tushara, slingy action, and then he's got plenty in his repertoire. Those slow deliveries, yorkers, doesn't allow any freedom to the batters.
Oh, he is clever. And Shamim, once again, a little too early to allow the bowler to adjust his line quite comfortably.
Yeah, he's been bending the ball back to the left-handers, and that's why Shamim exposes stumps to be able to hit the ball over extra. Clever thinking. Pushed it wider. Couldn't reach Shamim on that occasion.
Well, something's got to give here. Just the 2 runs in the first 3 deliveries into the 17th over. There's the slap away through extra. And it's going to go to the boundary now. The perfect time to get a 4.
Yeah, this is what the length Shamim was looking for. And got it. The reason why he was able to play that one, he stayed still and decided at the last moment where the ball is going to go. He's happy about himself after finding